with a smiling face. Be who you wanna be. Make up the memory. It's virtual reality.
What's going on, everybody? Tyler and Sean here from Rendered Reality. Thanks for joining us on Coffee and VR, your weekly VR podcast. So good to see everybody. First, before I even ask Sean what he's been playing or doing, I want to know what you guys have been doing. We have been playing a crap ton of games this last week.
There's so much stuff right now. There's so much good stuff right now.
So much. It's so dope right now. I know. We have a lot of games to cover that we've been playing that are coming out. One we're getting in 2 days. Some free stuff you should be playing this weekend, which we will talk about. Giveaways in the description, all that fun stuff. Keep an eye on everything.
But join the Discord. We've been giving a bunch of stuff away on the Discord. It's so easy. All you got to do is go to the giveaway deals section. And you just tap this little party popper, and that enters you, and it just automatically draws a winner. I love doing the giveaways that way.
Stuff.
We still have some stuff to give away on the show that'll pop up down below, so be ready for that. But yeah, I have just so much good stuff. One thing that I have not played yet that recently released that you played this morning was that Captain ToonHead thing. Tell me about this game, because I've heard some mixed things. I've heard some people say it is pretty much garbage. I've heard other people say they liked it. This is your footage, by the way, too, right here.
So there has been a lot of people bashing it and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I want to try it. I want to see what it's all about, because I like the art style. I like the look of it. Morning, everybody. And you know what? I walked away really liking this. Now, I will, to preface this a little bit, I do like tower defense games, which kind of is what this is basically. There is no locomotion in it, but at the same time, I feel like you don't need it.
So it's just a standstill and things are coming at you. You can't freely move around at all. There's no teleport.
Yeah, you can freely move around with teleport, but you can only teleport to the locations of where you have your towers, which isn't really a deal breaker. You can kind of go to an overhead view during certain points. But I had a lot of fun with it. It was so goofy that I think I enjoyed it, because it kept different things coming nonstop. Like all of a sudden you'd be shooting people, and then there'd be chickens or dinosaurs or like characters like this, like the little box guys and stuff. So it's ever changing. You're talking to like a radioactive burrito. I mean, it's so out there that it's entertaining enough. They use like this heads up like really well. I mean, it
looks colorful and kind of fun, but it's supposed to be like a family fun game. Like it's not like,
and that's what I told you.
It's not
very
like
family friendly.
Yeah, and I haven't played this, so I'm just going off what Tyler said. I've heard some people like it and some people don't, but I think it looks kind of cool. I don't know if this is going to be one that I'm going to pick up, just because there's so much stuff that I want to play right now that this isn't one that's. And I'm not. I don't know how much tower defense stuff I've really played or
I get
know
that
about, but yeah.
But I think it's a lot of fun. If you like tower defense stuff and you're looking for something kind of goofy and zany-ish, it really does work, I think.
Yeah.
When, there's so much stuff we compare things to now that it is hard. But it does fit a certain genre that we really don't have a lot of inside of VR. So I think it's fun. I think the weapons combos... Tony Digital,
a $25 super chat. He's always hooking us up.
Good morning to you, man.
Yeah, I say good morning,
guys. Hope you're enjoying some coffee with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does. It checks a lot of boxes for me when it comes to like the strategy aspect of tower defense. So like the certain gun combos really help you. Like here, you can freeze something, but then you need to make sure you have some missiles or some bomb towers close to it to access it when it's frozen there and get to it.
Yeah.
So it does play on that very well. So for tower defense, it's great.
Some of the people in chat, so Wolf Raza saying, I want to ToonHead no matter what others think, but we all like what we like, and that is a big thing with games for sure. Rush Reality said, I still love Bloons Tower games. Delirium Drew said, good for the kiddos. I'm imagining Delirium Drew's probably played this. So, yeah, I mean...
And I've said that so much, too. We need more kid-friendly games that are good games, not just like these little experiences or movies and stuff. Because... think how many kids that we see, buying up Quest or getting Quest, and they're not buying them.
There's a ton of kids getting into VR now through the Quest, I think.
There is. And I'm going to jump topics here while this is still just rolling. I always have kids want to try my headset, but I'm always like, I don't know how it's ever going to look. Well, no, how's it ever going to look good? Because the little kid pupillary distance is not like full size. Yeah. So it has to be blurry even on the lowest setting, right? I mean,
I don't know. I guess it's hard to say because they probably don't really
care.
Know. I don't know. I've never heard like my nephew plays it and he's pretty young and he's never said that it looks blurry.
I think it's a real epidemic. I do.
Yeah,
for kids,
I don't know.
man. There's no headset,
Rock.
right?
He said 2 Saturdays in a row. Let's go VR
Right,
crew.
man?
It is 2 Saturdays in a row, huh? We
It
were
is,
kind of doing
it
every
is.
other Saturday for a little bit, but it's kind of just random depending on how things are going. But
Yeah, we've just been having way too much fun this week in VR. It's just
Yeah.
it's tough not to talk about it when we have weeks like this. So,
no doubt about it.
but yeah,
One thing I did want to mention is if you heard us talk about the Against game before, there was an Against demo on Steam and they pulled it down because they've completely redone the game and the new trailer looks awesome. And this is totally like a music rhythm, but it's like a mafia shooter slasher game. And this new trailer looks awesome. And I loved the first version, and it was way more plain than this. And I mean, to me, this is one of this studio's, they're working on multiple games all the time. To me, this is one of the most anticipated games that I really look forward to. And it just because it was rewarding in the fact that you could wall run, and slash and timing and just that whole music rhythm vibe of like pistol whip and stuff. But I really enjoyed it. And this new trailer, I was like, holy crap, this looks quite a bit better than what that original demo looked.
Yeah.
But it's still the same idea, still same gameplay, core gameplay behind it.
yeah. And I will. I'm gonna throw that link. There is a beta sign up for it as well. I'll throw into the chat if you guys do want to grab that. But yeah, it's. And I talked to you about it. I'm such a fan of Pistol Whip. It's hard for me to get away from Pistol Whip, but. Yeah, this looks good. It's truthfully the next one, Outlier. That's the one I'm really excited for. For some reason, the look of that.
So you're more excited about that one. I've played both, the demos for both. You're more excited for that one. I'm more excited for this one. Like their Outlier one, playing the demo didn't really do much for me. I wasn't that into it. This is the same developer that made Stride as well. Stride was one of their. Not their first game, but one of their first big games, I guess. They're working on all kinds of stuff. But to me, I actually like this quite a bit better. And I mean, I like Pistol Whip, but even there's just so much more to this than just Pistol. So I'm a big fan of this. I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I've just got to get in and play it. And now, since it's been updated and stuff, I'm sure it's going to, be a lot better.
And there's
Before it felt a little dull to me, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully they'll do a demo again like they did, but now this is the updated version. You know what I mean? So they are planning on a... It says planned release day winter 2021-22. So I'm guessing either late 21 or early 2022 is what they're saying by that.
Sure.
So they've been working on this for a while, so I hope they really perfect this. And I know one of their issues was all the music stuff because it's really hard to get music that's, the way you buy music and have the rights to use different music, and you want to have good music and stuff. So I think that's going to be probably one of their biggest challenges.
I mean, ultimately, they need to have music just created for it, and that's going to be their only way around that.
And it needs to be non-copyright music because, so many people like to stream gameplay or put up VR gameplay, and it's a pain in the butt when you get them copyright things because it's copyrighted music in games. It's just always a pain, but
I know.
Yeah. But this is cool. Yeah, I'm excited for this. So
yeah, I'm actually excited to try it now for this reason, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it will compare to Pistol Whip. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm always in Pistol Whip.
Pistol Whip is kind of like one of them staples now, so it's going to be hard to, I think, oust Pistol Whip. I almost said Pimple Whip. Pistol Whip. Pistol Whip in a way. It's going to be hard to compete with a game like that. Pretty big studio and stuff. But I'm really excited for this one. I saw that trailer and I was like, yes, this looks really good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it does look better. It excites me more.
Yeah. Anakaze says winter doesn't officially start until December 21st. So I didn't know that. That's good to know the actual date that winter actually starts. So
yeah.
VR Dynamite said pumped it's coming to Quest. So yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming to Quest, man. Holy crap. Like the stuff that's dropping, which we're getting Medal of Honor in 2 days, right?
Yeah, 2 days.
I mean, holy crap.
Which is
that is
kind of weird, a Monday.
Fast to me, I feel like.
It's a Monday release, too. Usually Quest titles are on Thursdays. Medal of Honor is coming out Monday, which is the 15th, right? Yeah. And I do believe it's a Quest 2 exclusive as well. It is not going to work on the Quest 1, which we're starting to see a lot of that now. Even so the latest Contractors update that we'll get into, the big team 16 ground war, I think only works on the Quest 2. The other stuff works on the Quest 1, but stop reading the comments.
Sorry, I can't help it, man. It's right there.
Stop reading that. People crack me up. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, live chat's amazing.
So awesome.
Pimple Whip. But wait, where were we? Oh yeah, Quest 2 exclusive. I think it's about time. I mean, to see better performing and looking games, we have to have that, right? I mean, it's you eventually have to phase out the old to get that better content, which a lot of people are crying about that we need better content. I think we have a lot of content, man. I really do. Yeah. I mean, in kind of proof of what we did this week, if you guys didn't catch it, we played From Other Suns, which is a dated game at this point, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
2016,
3 or 4 year old game.
2016, 2017 when that game came out.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, and that even compares, but yes, you have to have a PC to run it and stuff. But there's so many backdated games that are so good that I feel like people just wait on new things to come out. And yes, the new games are more forward for VR, with full locomotion, stuff like that. Yeah. But there's a lot of fun stuff you're looking to play.
Yeah, older stuff that's really good. And I mean, we did a live stream of From Other Suns because we've talked about that game quite a bit, but we haven't put out any video because it's old. I mean, we have an old video of us playing it, I think, where we got to Earth, which is one of the goals of the game, is to get all the way back to Earth before this other ship, and then you can get a new ship, and then you can do the whole thing again. But we played it for like 45 minutes live stream. We ended up dying. We didn't make it back to Earth on that run, but it is such a good game that I do wish that they would make a Quest port of that game like that.
I agree.
The core game is all there, and it's really good. It's 4-player co-op, and with the player base of the Quest, if they could remake that, make some downgrades for the Quest, get it running on the Quest, I think that would be a game that would really sell.
I don't think they would even have to make downgrades. Hardly, really, not much.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful game, though. It's such a gorgeous game, but we were running that on 1063 gigs back in the day. That's what our VR PC was back then, and that's what we were playing it on. So I'm sure it would need some work to get to Quest, but if they could do that, I think that would be an excellent game. If you have a PC, it's still kind of expensive. I think it's still $40, but if you have a PC and some friends, that is an excellent game to go into co-op and just play the whole game. It's so much fun.
It's so good. It makes you so nervous too, because it is easy to die if you're not careful, and I like that. It's a great balance of that. And it's fun solo, but it's 10 times better with
so many aspects of your own ship and managing your own ship and attacking other ships, teleporting to other ships to take over their inventory, kill off their enemies. It's just so
man.
What?
Fluke said he's had it in his library for years and never played past the tutorial.
Oh man, you got to. It's
so
such
good.
A good game. But I don't know how much fun it would be by yourself. You need to play. It's a co-op game. You need to play with friends. That's what really makes it special. I mean, even by yourself, it's probably a cool game to play. But with friends, it's
sharing
really fun.
Guns and recharge stations on other ships for your guns, and needing more. The hackers you put in the machines to steal stuff, and if they fail, it's great. There's a lot of aspects of that game. They're just amazing. But
true that.
Yep.
I do want to talk about After the Fall. There's some people have been talking about that. I watched some videos of people playing that, just like the early look thing. I don't have a good trailer for it here. This is just what we showed last week. But some of the takeaway, I know I was watching like Steve Knows and a bunch of other people's videos. Some of the takeaways is that one of the best things that people are saying is that the menu system and like going into the game is almost like a metaverse kind of feeling thing, where it's very easy to party up. You go into a lobby where there's like up to 32 people at a time. When you want to play with somebody, you just go up to them and you like tap the icon above their head, and you can party up and you can go into the actual campaign of the game, as well as in the lobby there. You can just hang out. You can mess around in the lobby. There's like arcade games that you can play together. It's like a whole 80s theme kind of a thing. So, I mean, if you've watched us at all, you know that this is like our most anticipated game, 4-player co-op, to play the whole campaign. So far, the early little quick look things are looking very positive. I'm very excited. The only thing that I've noticed from the videos and the trailers and stuff is that I am a little bit bummed about the whole floating hand thing. I'm really ready to get past just floating hands. Like, I know that doesn't bother some people, and some people it does. Yeah, it doesn't bother me in game when I'm playing, but like when other people watch it, and I don't know, because it does in game, I feel more. I don't know, like playing Contractors where you have the full body kinematics, that just to me just feels better, feels more modernized for VR than what just floating hands. But I know everybody's different, and some people, they don't,
Right. I've never had it bother me. I never look down and go, oh, I need that. Like, is it nice? Sure it is. Yeah. But it's nothing that like bothers me on a game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to keep me from playing this for sure. Like, I'm super excited about this game, but it is just something that in this day and age, I feel like games going forward should start to implement more of that stuff. It's just To me, I mean, that's just my
Yeah.
opinion, but I saw Main Fan said arcade games, you say, with a question mark, because he's big, big into the arcade cabinets and stuff. So, so he might not even play the real game. He might just be in there playing arcade games nonstop. I don't know. We'll have to see.
He needs to go into lo-fi because holy crap, the arcades in there, man.
Yeah.
The arcades are crazy in lo-fi.
I need to go back in. Lo-fi is one of them things like that, you can have access to through the Kickstarter and through the itch.io and all that. And that's just one of them games that I have to go into like every, month or two and just do the update and go back in and see what all has been added, because there's so much stuff that gets added all the time. And once that game finally gets done, and I don't know when that'll be because it's been pushed back so much, but it's going to be an awesome game once it finally gets all finished. I know. Don't know when
I was just telling you this morning that he added crypto mining into the game that runs in like real time and stuff, which is awesome.
But was that a joke or was that for real?
No, it's for real. It's literally.
I thought you told me that was a joke or something.
No. He was joking about you can only pull it out every 3 months and you get fined for pulling it out and all that stuff.
Okay,
no,
I got you.
Just on Twitter, but
it can be crypto mining in the background of the game, and then you can get funds from the game that way. That's pretty cool. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Lo-fi I'm telling you, lo-fi is going to be good once it's done. It's just taking a really long time, but it's understandable. It's a very small team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Absolutely it is. Yeah.
But after the fall, I'm telling you that game, I am so excited. I can't wait. So I'm trying not to watch too much content. Like the stuff that I have watched, I've mostly listened to and like not watched a ton of because I wanted to hear what they thought of it, but I didn't want to ruin, a bunch of surprises and all that stuff. Yeah. But it's going to be cool.
Yep, that's awesome.
Another one I wanted to talk about, and this is a game that I have not played a lot of yet, but I've played a little bit of it, and I want to play a lot more, and that is Iron Rebellion. So this is on Steam, and this is on App Lab. And I tell you what, this opening scene right here, when you're in this big mech, and it's kind of dark, but you see all these buttons, and you see these 4 switches up top, and each switch that you hit starts up, like boots up a different part of the mech, and then once it's all booted up and it stands up, that scene, that opening sequence while you're pushing them buttons and it's coming to life is really, really cool. And this right here is my footage, but this was just in like the test area. Like this isn't the actual level. This is just kind of the death zone that everybody in the lobby can go into, and you kind of battle it out and get all the controls. And I haven't played many mech games. I know some people get really into the mech games, but I feel like it's hard to make these feel really good and really rewarding. Difficult yet easy enough to control that it is challenging and fun at the same time, especially starting out. And I think they've done that really well in this game. You have like these rocket booster packs that take you up. What were you gonna say?
I just 2 words. Yatu.
Oh, didn't even think of that.
Right.
I didn't think of that. I did. So what I'm doing is
the pitching and the
I didn't even think of that. I hope this gets support. Yeah,
so
I hope
dope.
this gets support. So what I was doing is I was in, the spinny chair, the chair I'm in now, it spins.
Sure.
And so you have your touch controllers and you grab on to the one stick, and then this stick over here is your rotation, your movement, and your aim, your fire. The other one is your rocket booster. I can't remember which button it was now, not in it, but you can rocket boost up. It feels really, really good. I mean, and there's a whole bunch of other switches that you can do stuff with, and mute your mic. And I'm not sure what all the switches were because, like I said, I haven't played this a ton yet. But man, this is I don't know why this isn't on the official store. It's on App Lab, and probably because it's kind of
no single player, maybe. Or
it's not. They still have a whole bunch more plans. Like right now, I'm pretty sure there's only one level. At the moment, the game features a large combat zone, Frozen Outpost. So that's like the one level, complete with a 1v1 competitive game mode. There's also social practice zone with 6-player free-for-all match, and that's what I'm in here. Mech ball and more. So moving forward, this is what they're saying. The studio plans on introducing additional content such as additional modes, maps, 4v4 multiplayer. The company hopes to launch with 12 weapons, 3 maps, and 9 mech classes in total, followed by additional single-player and co-op content. So I'm guessing they mean launch after early access. So I'm guessing that's why it's on App Lab right now. It's technically probably early access, but I think as they add this stuff and this game gets, further developed, I think that this is definitely going to be one we'll see come to the Oculus store. And it's called Iron Rebellion. Somebody just asked what it's called.
I think anything you sit in are really good for people too getting into VR, because you have something locked in your visual that doesn't give you motion sickness. It gives you that vignetting without giving you vignetting, essentially. I think it's a good thing for people. You can play it seated, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's good for a lot of people too. It's a chill game too.
I don't know if you'd want to play standing. I feel like that would feel really weird.
It would feel Maybe not, because you're still walking around in a mech. So
Yeah, maybe not. But I like games like this that I can just sit down sometimes, because we play so many like shooter games and stand-up games that, you know, sometimes it's nice to just sit down and be able to play a game but not be limited by the fact that you're sitting down, because you can play Population 1, you can play Contractors sitting down and all that stuff, but I feel very limited when I do that I don't feel the same range of motion and the same, you know what I mean? In this game, you don't feel that at all. You feel comfortably sat in your mech here, and it's just awesome. This is out now in early access on App Lab and on Steam. I think it's $14.99 $14.99 on App Lab and Steam. So definitely worth a pickup, I think.
So have we seen much of the carryover? So when a game drops on App Lab and it goes to the official store, does that price carry over, or?
I feel like it has in the past. I'm trying to think of.
Right, me too.
So what was the World War II flight game? Warplanes.
Yeah. Right.
And so I purchased that on App Lab, and once that came to the official store, I still own the game. You know what I mean? Because I already paid for it on App Lab.
But did the price go up?
I don't think that it did, but maybe somebody can clarify for sure in the chat and stuff. I'm not sure if it went up or not, but I feel like it stayed the same, but I'm not positive. I don't want to.
Yeah. This is definitely one I will play.
Yeah, and it's multiplayer, so
I don't have the time right now.
Yeah, I know there's so much other stuff. Like there's this one game that I can't get out of my head right now that we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
I know. I'm looking at something over here. I know.
And it's just driving me nuts. Like I've been wanting to play it more and more. But yeah, this is really good. And I don't think I've played Vox Machine. That was one that they were playing when we were at what was that show that we went to? PAX. Yeah, they had a whole big setup, and we were watching some people play, but I don't think I've ever played that. So FSUXO said this versus Vox Machine, and I can't say because I don't think I've played that one. But
this does look good. The mech itself, like the interior, looks really good. And see, okay, I just want to say this startup procedure that you're so fond of,
it's awesome.
I feel the same way in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like, you're always like, I just want to get in and fly. And I'm like, no, I want to go through the full startup procedure. Like, this is just hitting buttons. I don't get that.
Yeah, but Microsoft Flight Simulator is a gamepad. If I had touch controllers and I was actually flipping all the switches and doing all that, then sure, maybe.
Okay. But I've got the flight stick that has all my, auxiliary lights on it and everything.
So that might be more rewarding. But But just the gamepad in Microsoft Flight Simulator isn't that rewarding. But just the physically flipping the switches and just seeing this stand up and come to life is really, it's really cool. I mean, somebody asked, is $14.99 a good deal? Reed Rothschild, is that good? $14.99. I mean, I don't. I mean, I feel like $14.99 isn't that much money, and right now it's kind of limited. But that if you buy it now, you're going to get all the content that they're going to be adding to this game once it's a more full game. But it is, in early access right now. So, but I mean, $14.99 to me seems like a pretty reasonable price. I mean, I could see if it was like $30 or $40, then I'd be like, you probably want to hold off till there's more content there. But for $15. I don't feel
there's not compared to what else is out there for $15,
Yeah.
You want to get into anything decent, you're going to be paying $19.99 for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
I mean, Blade and Sorcery Nomad just came out, that's $14.99. This is like a trailer here. I don't know how many times my footage played through, but it is really cool. And I do want to play some more, and I haven't played with any friends yet. I just went in by myself the other day and was messing around trying to get down the controls. And it does take a little while to really start to get good with the controls, but not as long as I feel like it normally would for me in a game like this. It came pretty naturally, and I started to get the hang of it. But I'm sure, playing a heated battle online, there's probably people that are already so ridiculously good at this that it's crazy.
Yeah.
But,
yep.
Yeah, but yeah, check it out. Yep. I mean, it's definitely. I think the link for App Lab is in the description, because sometimes App Lab can be harder to find the games because they don't show up. You actually search them and stuff. So,
it's down there.
Awesome game.
Way too many games we've been playing, man.
Way too many games. So
I'm looking at the list.
Another one. I just put out a YouTube short this morning. I played this game a little bit the other day, and I played it just like maybe 4 or 5 levels, and I was like, holy crap, my arms. Like, I'm pretty sure like I pulled like a bicep muscle or something, which I'm really out of shape right now. I haven't been doing any of my workout or VR workout stuff. I've been really slacking. But so this is my footage here. It's called Cybrix, and it's on App Lab. This is the same people that did Holoception, Hand Physics Lab. Really cool guys. We've had them on the show a while back. The team's called Holonautic, and they do some really cool stuff. And when I first started playing this game, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. I'm feeling the workout. So far it has like, whoa, what's going on? There's a whole bunch of messages getting deleted. Anyways, I didn't
GST.
see what happened. But anyway, so when you first start the game, it's pretty basic. You got one ball, it's kind of slow paced. I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. Good music. Well, as you progress up the levels, and there's like 50 levels, it gets ridiculous because the balls start to multiply. So you have, 3, 4, 5 balls at a time. You can get guns. You can get like explosive things. The music is really, really good throughout the levels. And it was a killer workout. I was playing again this morning, and that was when I made the YouTube short and recorded this stuff. I was sweating like crazy because there starts to be so much stuff going on and you're moving all over the place that this really is a very, very good workout game. And I'm excited. And there's a leaderboard. So it gives you, like I saw PD said he beat my score on one of the levels. And I was like, what? Because there is, I think on level 7, I was like the number 1 spot, but not number 1 on any other level so far.
Sure.
But
yeah, it feels like a game that you would get very panicky on very fast.
Yeah.
If you can't keep up, horribly panicky, at least in my opinion.
It is, but it's like rewarding because even when there's like multiple balls, as long as you keep one going, then you keep progressing and you keep, and you can reserve if you do miss one, which I've tried not to do that many times. And as you see the blue ball, it's like the power ball or whatever. And when that does that, you're supposed to like hit it really hard, which I was like really swinging at it because it gets you more points as it really blasts through a lot of those blocks and stuff. And it is just a really cool game. It actually impressed me more than I thought it was going to when they first sent me like the little trailer. I was like, all right, this looks pretty cool, another rhythm music game, but I was impressed. And like as you start to get the control down for some of the ball, where you want it to go, it's really pretty cool. I thought it was really neat.
I will say their attention to detail in games is impeccable. I mean, the little things that they do to get right and make sure it's perfect for gameplay is awesome. I love.
I mean, they still have the best hand tracking game out there with Hand Physics Lab. I don't think I haven't tried anything better yet, at least that is better than that. I mean, they do a great job in what they do. And this is on App Lab now. There's a code right here for it. We also we're giving away a code on the Discord. You can sign up to win a code there, but so the way App Lab works, as far as I understand, is, developers can put stuff on there more easily than the official Oculus store. And Oculus looks at the perception of the game. It looks at the reviews. It looks at the number of downloads. It looks at all of that stuff to determine if this is a game that is worth bringing to the Oculus official store in Oculus's eyes. So when you play this game, leaving a review, downloading the game is all things that really help the team out to get on the official store because, it's really hard to get noticed and seen on App Lab. It's not something that is nowhere near as seen and as public as the official store. So
yeah, it's just like wish listing on Steam. Same thing. They look at all that to judge it and where to put it on their stores and stuff. So
right.
That's why it does always help. If it's something you like, definitely wish list or download or review. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
always.
I love the workout games. I don't play them enough, obviously, because this kicked my butt playing it for a little while. I was super tired, sweaty, and sore. But it's definitely a great thing if you implement these kind of games into your lifestyle. It can really be a game changer as far as fitness and health and stuff. But so I'm going to read a little bit about what this is. So it says your goal is to destroy every single brick by swinging the racket, shooting the laser gun, and detonating the explosive ball while dodging shrapnel mines, charging up the piercing ball, collecting power-ups, compete against your friends in global leaderboard in 50 different levels, or try to get as far as you can in an endless mode. So there's also an endless mode. So as you can see, like I haven't even made it. I think I made it to like maybe level 12 or 13. So as you get the higher levels, it gets harder and harder, where there's going to be things that you have to dodge coming at you, not only the ball that you're hitting and the guns and the power-ups and everything else. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, all these games are great. I love any music rhythm game. It keeps me going.
Yeah,
it really does.
So Frank said, is it better than Racket NX? And Racket NX, that's the one where you're in like a room where you're hitting the ball and it's going on the wall and hitting all the things. I personally like this one better, especially for a single player game. Racket NX doesn't really do a whole lot for me single player. I like it in multiplayer, playing with a wife and stuff like that, where you can have 2 people. But if I was going to pick up one just to play by myself for a workout and an intense go at it, I would grab this one. And I tell you, like, if you pick this up, play it for a little while to start to get the hang of it, and it really starts to get pretty challenging and a ton of fun as you progress and level up. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And here's code number 2. It's got 2 codes to give away for you. So if you get one of these codes, make sure you leave a review and stuff on the game too, which I actually need to do. I'm really bad about leaving reviews. I always try to remember to go back, but I need to do it.
DLG27 said pulled a muscle playing Racket NX.
Yeah, I pulled a muscle.
I've done, yeah.
I'm telling you, I had to stop the first time I played this. I played a couple levels and I was like, man, like my arm is not, because I like when that power ball, like you're swinging that thing and trying to hit it hard. So
yeah.
I was like, I need to stop because I'm actually going to hurt myself. So, you know what I mean? Like take some breaks. It's okay to take some breaks, but.
Gosh,
yeah.
I've been so sore from playing VR. It's amazing. I love it.
I know.
Love the feeling.
Such a good
as dumb
workout.
as that is.
Such a good workout.
Yep.
So hopefully some people got those codes. Pull this down, but yeah. So check it out.
I want to talk about it, but not yet.
What?
We're close. Can we talk about it?
No.
What I want to be playing right now, not
No.
yet. All right.
No.
Oh, fine.
Let's talk about chemical haptics.
All right.
This is actually kind of cool though. I saw this online, an article I was reading, and it is essentially using like menthol and stuff for like the cooling. You know how that menthol gives you like that cooling feeling, and so
Right.
they have it on like a facial interface. They have it on your arm, which haptics is something that really interests me. And but at the same time, is like I have not been super impressed with the haptics that are out there right now.
Right.
But it's good. I mean, it could be a cool way of simulating a cold feeling, which I feel like if you could quickly and accurately replicate cold and heat and stuff like that with the vibrations of other things, I think that's something that could really add to, you know, the overall immersive feeling of a game, right?
I guess. I don't know. It'd be like watching a movie and having like I don't know. Like I get we're in it in VR, so it's a little different. But I feel like it's all gimmicky a little bit to me.
It is right now.
I don't know.
I think it is right now.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that, you know, people need to keep playing around with this kind of stuff to
Sure.
eventually get something that works that's very slim form factor. Like that's one of the things with like haptics. Like I like it and it's cool, but it's like, is it cool enough for me to want to put that vest on every time I jump into VR? No, not at all.
Exactly.
It's one more thing. It makes me hot. You know, it's one more thing I have to put on and pair, and that's not difficult. But I mean, even just turning on the PC sometimes to play is too much work, and I just throw the Quest on. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be minimalistic as possible, everything seamless as possible, at least for me. Like it's just not. I don't know. Like I don't find myself wanting to put on the haptics because I don't want an extra step. I just want to play, and it doesn't add enough to the gameplay that I really feel like it's worth it, and that I'm really missing out on that game if I don't have it on. You know what I mean? It's still cool, but
we've said it for years, ease of access. It's
yeah,
how
it's gotta be.
quick and easy it is for people to get in. It needs to be as easy as somebody sitting on a couch and hitting the power button for their TV. It needs to be that easy. It needs to be hit the power on your headset, put it on, and that's it. And I understand there's things that you can leave attached to it like this is supposed to be. But I don't feel like, you know, you have to put cartridge or whatever stuff in it and, you know, do all that stuff too. I don't know. It's just, I'd love to try it, but I don't feel like it's something I would use.
The haptics. I should have brought that back last time I was there because it is like in the coolest feeling still that I've ever had with the haptics is jumping out of your pod in Population 1 because it's a mod in Population 1, but the free falling aspect where you feel it moving all the way up the thing, so it gives you that sensation of kind of free falling. That was still probably my number one experience with that. You know, the Doom mod or the Doom game for Side Quest, that was pretty cool. You know, there was a couple times where the tingling and the vibrations added to a little bit of the fear in the game, but yeah, I don't know. Like if it was just something that was automatically there every time I jumped into VR, it would be awesome. But the fact that it's something, and that's just me, maybe not everybody feels that, you know, restricted of having to take the time to put it on and set it up and, you know, the extra heat and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's not something I find myself wanting to do all the time. Just special occasions, I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, not for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on the Yaw 2. That's the only one I really care about right now. The Yaw 2 and the Lynx are the two I'm so amped.
Lynx ended their campaign with what, $800,000?
Is that what the total was? Yeah. That's impressive. Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, a lot of people were saying they wouldn't even come close to $1 million, and they really did.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing. That's
I think it's going to be a very exciting headset once it's actually out and in people's hands, and developers are starting to pump stuff out. Like, you know, the Holonautic guys that we were just talking about their game. I am really excited to see what they like. I don't know that they're working on anything with the Lynx R1, but I really hope that they are, because the things that they've done, you know, with hand tracking and, you know, that's going to be a big focus on the Lynx R1. I think that, I mean, it's going to be so much better pass-through visuals and hand tracking and all of that I'm really excited to see what they could do with it. And that's what, the new tech stuff, the new stuff that we haven't really experienced before is what I'm really excited to try out on that Lynx R1. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Yep. Rush Reality said, do you think Cambria will wipe out the Lynx? I don't think it will, actually. I think Lynx is going to have enough of a head start. It's going to become a staple and have games and apps on it early enough that it will be the one-to-one maybe. I know more will be probably Facebook sided because some don't care about Facebook, but the people that don't want that Facebook login, they want open source. They're going to go that route, and I feel that head starts a lot.
I think if Cambria came out right now at the same time of Lynx, then they might destroy Lynx because they have so much more money and power and stuff behind them. So, but the fact that Lynx is getting this head start to get some cool apps, get the thing out there before Cambria, and the fact that it's going to be cheaper probably because they talk about the Cambria being a more expensive, headset, not, consumer like. It's early adopter price. They just want to get everybody in there. The Cambria is gonna be more expensive. So I don't know. Mash Daddy Cool. He said that he got charged for his Lynx this past week, and so did we. We got charged. They came out from the Kickstarter. So awesome. And VR Spry Guy said no Facebook login. So there are going to be a lot of people I think that are going to want to jump to that to avoid the whole Facebook debacle meta stuff. But I'm really excited to see those lenses. I want to see through those four-fold,
me too.
Those crazy looking lenses. I want to see what that looks like. And they had a tested had Stan LaRouque from Lynx. They had a video that they put out. Somebody posted on our Discord, and I watched that the other day, and it was really cool to see. So the more I see and the more I think about it, I just want it, and I'm really excited. So.
Yeah. Anakaze said, I see Cambria shipping late Q1 or Q2.
So maybe it could be closer if they do that. I don't know that that'll happen. We'll see, but I guess
if they were shipping then, we would have had bigger announcements about it. I would think.
But they might see Lynx as a competitor, and they might push it out a little bit earlier because they don't want them to get that head start. I mean, we know that they don't want competition. They don't want the competition at all. So,
but it might not be there yet. They might not have. Who knows what they're using CPU wise? If they're going to use the XR2 or not? Even I would highly doubt it. Maybe I don't know. I feel like what they're wanting to push with that, they couldn't even use the XR2. So we could be waiting on things for that headset.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I don't know. Let's talk about Contractors.
Yes.
So if you haven't been paying attention, Contractors put out a massive update this past week. They completely rehauled the maps. They added new guns. They added new sounds. They added a new social system. All kinds of stuff. We played this the other night. We live streamed. Sorry, we had some issues starting out the live stream, and for some reason the audio was delayed. So we debated about pulling down that live stream, but we're like, whatever. People can at least see, what the update. So in this video here, this is my footage. This is some Quest 2 footage, and then there will be PC VR footage. So as you can see, Quest 2 looks so good now, a lot better than it did before. I feel right?
Yeah, I have no complaints about going into this. At first, it was like, okay, it looks different, but I still get to play the same maps. I get the textures are downgraded. I can play with PC people, even on Quest, crossplay, which is awesome. Now, I mean, it doesn't really take anything away from it. I still feel like I'm in the same maps. It really is.
I mean,
I know the textures are less.
I tried playing Airlink, and I wasn't having as good a performance. And the bad thing is I really like to play wireless now because I've gotten used to it. So I try to actually physically turn more and stuff. And when I'm playing wired, PC VR, I can't do that as much. And that's kind of a bummer. But as you can see, the PC VR version is still a better looking version of the game, but the Quest 2 version looks really good. The Quest 2 version is kind of like brighter, sharper colors and stuff. It looks quite a bit different, but both of them look very good. They play very good. There's also a new map. You see the new map after this, Kowloon, I think it is.
Kowloon, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this game, I'm telling you, if you like first-person shooters, I still think this is the best first-person shooter game out there, in my opinion. Better than Pavlov, better than Onward. I mean, we used to play this game nonstop, and the only thing that really stopped us from playing this game is we got too addicted to Population 1. And after hopping back into this game the other night, I'm like, we got to play this more. We got to get more people in here and play it because I missed playing this game. It's so rewarding. The shots in the game, the gun sounds, there's just so much done right in this game. Sorry, I'm really excited.
No, I'm the same way because I went into this and I'm just and like everybody in chat saying like I was playing Contractors this morning and wow, Aaron Summers said like
Yeah,
that's
I'm telling you.
100% what I feel like. Reed better than Pop One.
It's two different games.
If you want,
it's two different
if you want
games,
a sim shooter, if you want like a
Yeah.
Call of Duty style, yes. If you want a real shooter that you get I was talking to Jayham about it. You get such a reward for cleaning off headshots with that sound you get, the audio cue, that like ching you get like with that headshot.
Yep.
It's just I feel so much like reward from playing this. Where Pop One, I'm like, laying bullets and
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean,
dude,
you're
get 'em, what
spraying
the
and
heck,
praying half the time in Pop One. I mean, unless you're using a sniper or something, and even those, like, you have to lead them so much and stuff in Pop One, and it's just a completely different shooting style. Where this is like, you have to be accurate. Headshots. Like, it's just the sound. It's just so rewarding.
The gun customization, the differences in the guns is extreme. The differences in the add-ons is extreme. It's just.
Yeah, all of the
It's so
different,
good,
scopes and,
muzzles.
Yeah,
suppressors.
the muzzles, suppressors, the angled
Pistols.
foregrips. I mean, everything. Wolf Raza said, super chat, he said, thanks,
Cheers, man.
keep up the great work. Thanks for all you do. And he has been super addicted to this too. He's been saying in Discord, like this new update, he's just like, holy crap, I can't get enough. And I feel the same way.
The menus, the social part of it where you join different. How many servers had to have been 3-4 pages when we played
I don't even know.
server list. It was just, it's so good. Please jump in. It is a, free weekend on Steam this weekend.
Steam.
So there's zero excuse to pick it up. If you have a computer, play with Airlink. If you got a Quest, it's so good. And
there's a Steam code for you. But it is a free play weekend, and it's also on sale on Steam. I don't know if is it on sale?
It doesn't matter.
But it's 40% off. 40% off on Steam right now until November 21st, and it's full crossplay. So you can play PC VR, you can play Quest, you can play with your friends.
I know you gave me crap for it. I know you gave me crap. I still have the red one. I know. But I have the black too, but man, I love the red one because it matches my red interface. But these are game changers, and I was not playing with it the other night, and I'm like, oh, I need it back now.
You have to. It feels so good. That was one thing that I've missed playing with. It took me a little while to get back into that groove. My muscle memory has lost a little bit, and not using it. But this game is still the only shooter game that I know of that has a gun stock calibration, where you use your gun stock and you can perfectly line up the gun, each one of them, with the gun stock to where it is perfect. And it's perfectly lined up. You don't have to hold the gun stock at a weird angle to be able to see down the sight. It's just so good.
And gun stock calibration on Quest as well, so you get it on that too. And you can do it in game now too.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
I tried.
Yes, you can.
Not in the you have to do it when you're out of the game in like the lobby area.
Right. But you don't have to be at the main menu.
Yeah,
you don't have to literally be all the way back out at the gun range. Yeah,
that's nice because sometimes I'm like, oh crap, I want to run this gun, but I don't have it gun stock calibrated. Although there is a universal way to do it now, but I still like to fine tune each gun individually. So that is nice to be able to hop out and do that.
Dude,
but here is an Oculus code as well.
It's so freaking good. I want to be playing it right now. Last night we texted each other and we're like, I wish we could be playing Contractors right now. Like,
I know. We should. My wife, she's got some like sinus stuff going on, not feeling great. So I was like, I'm just gonna hang out with her on the couch, watch the TV and stuff. So we didn't play, but yeah, maybe we definitely got to get in there this weekend. But I'm telling you, this game. I mean, the gun sounds now and stuff, like the sound, everything is just so good. Also, new guns added. They got Modern Warfare.
World War II.
World War II guns and stuff.
There you go.
Also, I was talking to the one guy this morning, and if any of you remember, because there are mods in the PC, you can do a bunch of different mods. But if you remember a mod, if anybody's tried this, the Ninja mod, where you had a sword and you had a bow and arrow, and that was a mod in the game. That is actually officially coming to the game pretty soon. So that you will be able to have a bow and arrow that felt great a sword in the game, and that'll be added, to all of the levels. And I think eventually they're going to do something where it'll be a loadout that you can run with other loadouts. So it's not exclusively a ninja mode that everybody else is playing that mode. You can eventually, run different loadouts and run a bow, which is, I mean, if you want to go stealth sniper, you run a bow. You know what I mean? Like that would be cool.
Yep. Akuma got one of the codes. And nice. Aaron said he's ready to go play right now.
Yeah.
He said, let's go.
Wait till after the show. Everybody just left and they're all gone. Everybody's playing Contractors now.
Right.
But yeah.
I'm telling you, it's worth every single penny. If you like any shooter, just go buy it. It's better than, I like it 10 times better than all.
And we're not just saying this. If you go back on our channel and look at videos we used to put out, it was a lot of Pavlov stuff. Like way back in the day, we were just playing for fun. But once this game came out, it was like Contractors nonstop for a long time. We used to play this so much. It's not even funny.
The other awesome thing, and I'm still going on about this, but the maps for Quest, there are now 13 maps that will play on Quest.
Jeez.
That's incredible. When it first dropped on Quest, I think there were like 5 maps maybe, but 13 now. So and it's so much fun. The cross play, the server list, super easy to get into and talk. Join different teams, swap teams in the lobbies.
My only complaint right now is they got rid of because you have a walkie on your shoulder that you talk to your teammates, and they used to have a setting where you can go in and set your walkie to always on so you could always hear your teammates. That has been taken out right now in this update for some performance stuff they were having going on or whatever. That is coming back. That is like one of their first priorities. So, and I do
you can still use it. You just reach up and trigger it on your shoulder.
But I just liked having it always on, so I never had to do it because I don't like taking my hands off the gun. This is such a fast-paced game that I always want my gun in like the low ready to come up position, and you know what I mean. But so anyways, the developers, they just wanted to let everybody know that they are very much focused on improving the game, fixing bugs, and that community feedback is something that they really want to focus on at this moment. So if you have community feedback, if you have ideas, if you have things that you want to see, if you have bugs, whatever, reach out to the community. You can join their Discord or however you want to talk to them, but they're very community focused. So they want to know what you guys think. They want to make this, a very popular, the best shooter out there, which I think it is, and
they really do. They really do try.
Yeah,
I mean, they try hard to make it perfect.
Yeah, so feel free to reach out there. And J-Ham was mentioning something about, he wished, remember Call of Duty games where you would have gun skins and stuff? You would have to level up each one of those guns to unlock gun skins and whatever else. That's something that they have planned to come to the platform too, which I think is great because it keeps people playing because they want to level up the gun. They want to get that exclusive gun skin, whatever it is. So I think that's pretty cool.
Dark Angel said, how's the toxicity level on Contractors? I was forewarned by someone about that game. Toxicity? Really? I've never actually seen toxicity. I've just seen very good people.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in any multiplayer game, you're going to get some people that just want to be idiots and annoying and stuff, but you can mute them. So you can mute them and stuff, but I feel like I've never had an experience like you do in VR chat or anything like that.
Well, and you can always swap, servers or swap games because, like if in Pop 1, you're locked into whoever you play with and that's it. But I mean, you can team up with different people on here, and now that's really intuitive too in the menu section. So
yeah. No, I've never had much of a problem in this game, to be honest. I mean, you always have some idiot somewhere, but I don't ever remember having too much of an issue. So
no,
I don't know. Pick it up. Free to play weekend on Steam. So even if you just want to try it out, I mean, and take some time to get good at it, get your shots on cue, because once you start getting them shots down and stuff, it really does feel rewarding. But there are going to be some good people that are going to take you out, so be aware of that. So don't get too frustrated. We hadn't played in a long time, and I was dying a whole bunch, especially in the beginning. After we started to play for a little while, I was starting to come back. My shots were starting to get a little bit better.
Yeah, Skiva echoed the same thing. I've never been in a toxic Contractors game either.
Yeah, I don't think so. We need to get a ground war going on, so we need to get like a 16-player lobby going on here at some point, and all just jump in together. It's just it's so much fun. So much fun.
Yep. We need to do another Contractor sign up. Cass, cheers. Good to hear.
Mac, just subscribe. Thank you.
We do have a section for roles on our Discord for Contractors players, so we will ping that. I should redo another emoji sign up for roles. Yeah. I'll do that after the show. So make sure you join the Discord in the description. We'll do that. I'll do another sign up, and we'll ping everybody when we're playing this weekend. Let you guys know. But
because we can make a server and you'll see one of our names, or we can put the title as Rendered Reality. You can jump in the server with us. Just watch out for the crazy good people, because we have some people on our Discord that we say we're going to play, and they're like, oh, sweet, I'm hopping on. I'm like, oh, man, I hope he's not on the other team, because it just wiped me out. And I used to be pretty good at this game, but, I definitely need some practice again. But, man,
we're not good now,
Yeah, it's such a good game. So there is another shooter game, though, that is claiming that they want to be the best VR shooter out there.
Right. I get it. I mean, it's been in the works for a long time.
They've been working on it for a little while.
A long time. I mean, 4 or 5 years probably.
Yeah.
But I don't get this, because they're essentially trying to become a social game / tied into the metaverse. Right?
Yeah, they're making some metaverse claims. And this trailer is kind of showing some of that, and it looks a little strange. I mean, you see them playing chess, and I think there's like hockey in there. There's like a nightclub where they're raving. So I think they're focusing, like making a shift towards a focus of a metaverse thing, and they're starting to team up with and do some NFTs, which you were trying to. NFTs don't fully make sense to me, and you were explaining them to me earlier. I haven't followed NFTs, but
okay, and a lot of people will probably say more about it too, because I only know as much as I've really heard, because I'm not into it. I don't really get into that.
Yeah.
But it's basically like purchasing a piece of one-off artwork. So only one person can own that. So it creates a higher value to it, and people, the better it is, the more people want it, and we'll sell it on the, let's call it black market, online, wherever. So it will be a single item to purchase. So I'm not really sure what they're wanting to do with NFTs, other than maybe like gun skins or outfits in the game, or maybe environmental stuff. I don't really know, nor do we haven't heard. So I'm curious to see how it could be implemented. I get inside the metaverse how big that can be, though, because think if you could buy or be King Kong or something, and only one person can be that skin. You know what I mean? Or something ridiculous, or have some jewelry, or there's only one Rolex NFT out there and you can wear it in VR. So I get that kind of stuff, and I feel like we are going to get to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. As the actual metaverse starts to take place, but I feel like we were talking about it this morning. Like, it's hard for just a single game to be a metaverse. Like, I feel like the metaverse is such a bigger thing, and that would just be something that would be attached to the bigger thing, which is what Facebook is trying to create. Which
I feel like just because you have a social environment doesn't make it anything to do with the metaverse.
Yeah,
to me, metaverse is an interconnected world, basically.
Yeah, that's what
with every outlet tied into it. But that's me. I mean, ultimately, somebody's going to have to control that. So where does that start? That's the scary part. But
yeah, I agree. So Chatty said, I don't get NFTs, which they still confuse me. Akuma Game said NFTs are poison for VR.
Right.
So Reed Rothschild said same thing. NFT, no thanks. Like, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to implement that, but I know for them, I think part of it is the funding aspect, because they are an indie studio. They're not purchased by a bigger thing, or they don't have a ton of money. So it is hard for an indie studio to make something big, right? So they need some kind of funding. I think that's part of it, but yeah, I mean, they're teaming up with a company called MetaDrop. I don't know if anybody knows anything about MetaDrop. I don't know anything about them, but
I don't know particularly either, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't excite me that a company's trying to tie themselves in with it, unless they're just doing it as a fundraiser. That I get. I understand that, because there's people that are into it, but
yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they implement it, but I don't know. The whole social aspect of this trailer is kind of interesting. A little strange, a little cool, a little.
It just looks like a pre-lobby to me. So I don't. But maybe not. Maybe it's different.
Yeah, so we'll see. And I mean, I like that, we talked about after the fall and their lobbying and the teaming up system. I think that's pretty cool.
Right. That's what we need.
Yeah.
But that's not metaverse.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So you can wishlist this now, join the community like it says there, Steam VR. I don't think as far as I know, there's no plans to bring this to Quest, right? Does anybody know that?
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either. All I've seen is Steam, but I feel like if you want to build a metaverse, you got to include the Quest too, because there's so many of them out there, right?
I will say, I think a lot of companies are switching gears after the Facebook Meta drop. I feel like a lot of companies are like, oh, we really need to look into this metaverse thing now, because when they see a big company like Facebook investing in that and fully, then it changes everybody's minds and they want to be into it early. So maybe that's what we're seeing with this, but yeah.
I mean, it's just going to be so hard to compete with Facebook. I mean, they're going to create the metaverse. I mean, whether we like it or not. I mean, they're fully devoted. They're changing the name. They're going to create it. Whether it ends up being a good thing or a terrible thing, we don't know. But I mean, if anybody can make a metaverse, it's going to be them, right? I mean, truly. I mean, they have the funds. They have the hardware already out there. They have so many developers under their belt. Like, it's weird because I still don't know exactly what it's going to look like from them, but I feel like they're going to do it, right?
Can Zuck handle being president of the metaverse? Like,
I mean, he's not even human, is he? So they'll just reprogram him to be able to handle it. I don't know.
I guess. Whatever, yeah. That's what I think I made a joke on our Discord. Like, is he like the T800, like the test T800 Terminator, like the T700, like sent back?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Is he an early version of a T800 or what? I don't know, but
I don't know. Yeah, so Ken Ross just said Microsoft just partnered with Meta. Is that true? Like Meta, Facebook, Microsoft just partnered with them? Did I miss something?
Right. Yeah.
Ken Ross, tell me more. I want to know more. But yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so Artful said big announcement is the pseudo partnership between Meta and Microsoft in the last 24 hours. What the heck did I miss?
That's a little interesting. If that's the case, then wow.
Yeah. They're really going to be unstoppable then.
I mean, give us the Quest on Xbox then, for gosh sakes. Like, come on. No, I'm kidding.
Man.
But yeah, that would be interesting to see.
So this is legit.
Because that's scary. That's
I just
scary,
looked it up.
man. Yeah, I didn't know that either. Holy crap. It
says
is true.
Microsoft partners with Meta to integrate Teams into its Facebook-like workplace. So Microsoft is partnering with Meta, the company formerly known as Facebook, to integrate Microsoft Teams into Zuckerberg's workplace platform. Facebook Workplace, or Workplace by Meta, as it is now rebranded, will soon integrate Microsoft Teams to live stream video into workplace groups.
So the Lynx R1's value just went up tenfold because holy crap, these companies are going to consume everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And know everything. So
it'll basically they're teaming up for them for the workplace aspect of it, which makes sense. I mean, I feel like
it gets in the hands of a lot of people and gets people with PC and in the industry to be able to access it in VR and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, this world that we live in of, still not really being able to meet with people as much as we used to. It's still, I mean, it's better, but it's still not a normal environment where we were used to, 2 years ago or whatever. So I feel like, I feel like this whole meeting place inside VR and stuff really does make sense to me once they get it all figured out. I mean, in the aspects of avatars and realistic avatars and not gameplay focused, but real world focused. I mean, it definitely has a big place in this world now, I feel like, but.
Sure. Yeah, and PD's echoing the Xbox VR. First thing I think of.
That's when I hear Microsoft, that's the first thing I think of too. But
yep, the collaboration we need that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Huge. It's crazy, but
yep. Man.
But I guess that's the perfect gateway into the DecaGear stuff.
Yeah, which will be an off the grid competitor. If we see it here, which we are, it's still in the works.
Yeah.
It's been pushed a little bit, and they are quoted on saying changing like gears a little bit, right?
Yep.
Like pivoting is what they called it.
Yep. So they put out a whole article. If you want to read it, it's deca.net/news/shortages/meta. So they're saying with the shortages that we all know, with computer chips and everything else, that obviously makes things harder. And when you're a smaller company ordering less numbers of these things, the companies are less willing to work with you because they want the companies that can order massive amounts and have a ton of money. So obviously it makes it easier for companies like Facebook and stuff to have first dibs on these chips when they come out compared to a company like Deca or somebody else that's more of a startup company. And so what they're saying is that essentially the financial issues and things around producing a headset, they said that its current price would need to be around $700, which is not what they want to do. They don't want to make expensive hardware. I think what they originally said was $450. Is that right?
$449 was their original. If you supposedly backed it then with your whatever, $5, $10, $15, $20, whatever it was at the time. I think it was $5.
Yeah, it was like a placeholder for one.
Right. I think you're locked in at that, which would surprise me. But now on their questions page, it says $550, and they're now echoing in this more $700. So I don't know if they're just prepping people for a serious hike in price. I don't know. Are we still going to see it? I see a lot of people, arguing even that in chat already, that are we even going to see this headset?
So what it seems like is that the people that were the original backers and stuff are still going to get their headset at the original price. What it sounds like, I'm not sure. I need some clarity. I mean, the whole article, if you read the whole article, there's still a lot of question marks that aren't really answered. It's giving you a lot of little nuggets and stuff, but there's still a lot of question marks. So what they're saying is that with the $700 thing, they said, we don't want to sell expensive hardware as high prices cripple VR growth potential. Despite the issues in the market, Facebook continues to manufacture and sell the Quest 2 for the same price. They can do it forever because they write this subsidization as an investment, which will yield profit at a later stage through their ecosystem. And that's where the metaverse comes in. They see the potential.
In other departments with selling information and all that.
Yeah. So they're saying this is a double-edged sword for the XR market because while they are expediting usage with great products at low prices, they also get to monopolize the market, which is, we see that for sure. So they said even at $700, we don't have a sustainable business model, as once you guys get the DecaGear headset, you will buy content on the Steam VR, and Valve are not splitting their store revenues with anyone. So they don't have an ecosystem like Valve does. They don't have an ecosystem like Oculus
They're not
does,
making
right?
any money. They're not having any platform. Right.
So they don't have the subsidization of,
Right.
making money off of other ends of just hardware.
Sure.
So they said, first and foremost, we're not stopping. They said, we are here, we're working hard, and instead of a lot of time, resources, passion, and money from our own pockets in this venture, we have pre-orders. Oh, they're investing a lot of money from their own pockets. We have pre-orders from 10,000 members in this great community. So they're saying, so what now? They're saying it's time to pivot and change the direction that will allow us to build a future in VR towards an open ecosystem. Start with the inability of device makers like us to compete with ecosystems such as Facebook, but this is true for content publishers as well, because they are bound by the rules and restrictions of the host ecosystem, dictating what content to publish and how to monetize it. Similar situation in the mobile web, where we can choose between App Store and Play Store. We will soon see a few mega corporations corner the XR market through controlled ecosystems. I also don't think that the current status quo where Facebook allows using their headsets with Steam VR will continue for long. They said it's serving a purpose for now. But they don't really share exactly what their plan is. They don't tell us exactly what it is. They are saying that they're going to share more about it during the next week. So over the next week, we're going to get some more information on what their plans are. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of questions after this, but they're saying for the timeline right now, they're saying they're saying Q2 2022 Blogger Edition goes to bloggers. Q4 2022 limited edition of DecaGear is produced and shipped by us. Q4 of next year, DecaGear is sold and shipped by other device makers. This is the part of the new solution which they will share soon. So other device makers, what does that mean?
Right. That confuses me a little, because they say that they are producing them and selling them, but then they are going to get them in the hands of other what's other device makers? That's interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, is this like HP is going to be selling a DecaGear?
Right, HP,
like,
Dell, something like that? Are they,
I'm not sure.
kind of
I'm not
handing
sure.
that over to them? And I don't think they would production if they're making them. It's weird. I know. It's interesting what route they're going to go. I'm not really sure. Maybe they're going to sell off their tech to somebody, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. So Skiva, I'm pretty sure he was original backer. He said, unfortunately, their hardware is coming too late and it just won't be able to compete. Sad. I was really rooting for them. And yeah, the same way. I'm always rooting for a competition. You know what I mean? Like,
I still feel like they have a place, though, because we don't have a solid well, I guess I compare everything now to the Quest 2, but like a wireless PC headset, like for PC. But I mean, really, the Quest 2 is a wireless PC headset. So I don't know. It's really tough to compete now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I've like read through this, and I've read through it a couple times trying to fully understand this, and I guess we just can't fully understand what their plan is until they share more next week. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was originally, if you go back and watch our stuff, originally when we first saw this stuff coming out, we were like, what? This is never going to happen. And then we started seeing more stuff come out. We tried their Deca Move solution.
Absolutely.
We were really impressed with that. We were like, oh,
the
they
phone
actually
app
have
stuff.
a hardware piece that I'm holding in my hand, that they actually have a product. So we started to get more and more excited. And I'm still excited to see what they do. I hope that they don't completely have to shut down or anything, because I want there to be more headset makers. I want there to be competition in all aspects. I want to try new hardware. So I'm still rooting for them, but it is reading this a little bit scary. Like, what's going to happen? You know what I mean?
Right. Call Me Jay said Facebook made VR. Facts. No, Oculus made it. Facebook brought it to consumers.
Well, I mean, it was around way before Oculus. I mean, VR's been a thing since like I mean, it depends what you want to define as VR, but I mean, you see the old vintage like stereoscopic picture viewers, and it's a stereo.
No,
I mean, that's the first iteration of what VR was going to become, but I mean, there was old arcade stuff in like the 80s, and Fluke knows a lot about some of the older stuff. So I don't know that Oculus, I mean, Facebook's made VR what it is now. Yeah. I mean, they have.
They brought it into the masses, and that's what it needs to be big. So
I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. That's what we always say. You have Facebook money developing VR and getting it out there for an affordable price, growing VR, which is great. But the other side of the sword is it's Facebook.
Right.
So
it scares me. I'm scared.
Yeah, so there's also that I don't know how you say it, Apara headset.
Yeah,
And
right.
I see some people talking about that, and yeah, that's could be a competitor too. I haven't looked a ton into that headset. I've seen a couple videos and stuff on it, but Artful's saying the wired version, you can make it wireless for 600 to 700 for wireless and 500 for wired. So
Right.
I mean, I feel like wired it's hard for me now. Like I don't even play my Index that much anymore because
too.
I can play wireless Quest 2 on the PC. Like it's just hard to be wired now, especially depending on the game. Like it's just wireless is where VR needs to be.
I love wired for seated because it's light. It takes a lot of the weight off. But
Yeah.
other than that, if I'm moving around, that wire needs to go. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to compete with the Quest 2, man. It really is.
I agree.
Bad.
It really is hard to compete with. I mean, we've said that forever. I mean, the Quest 2 is very, very hard to compete with. I mean,
It is.
they got the market cornered. They're selling it at a loss. You know what I mean? They're selling a
Right.
great headset for a cheap price. I mean, it's hard to.
Yep.
How do you compete with that? I mean, how? I don't
Right.
even know.
Yeah, I know. Valve could, but if you want to buy premium, but I think they take too long to get stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, even the Steam Deck is delayed now. I think that's delayed like 3 months or something like that. So the Steam Deck's been pushed back, and there's
Right, it has.
there's things
Yep.
about like the Deckard and all of this other stuff that they're going to be doing standalone VR, and
Right.
we'll see. I mean, I still hope. I'm still hopeful, but I don't know. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I hope they come out with it. I hope it's something solid. If it was a great wireless experience, then it would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still the same excitement about it as I was probably when they dropped that web page in the beginning. I'm just like, yeah, if they give me something I can put my hands on and try and experience, and we have a real product, then maybe. But
Yeah.
till then,
Yeah, I hope they do. I mean, that's our biggest competition, our biggest potential competition that we know of, I think, is Valve against Facebook. I mean, they've been into, they're the only other really one that's been into VR the way, and they have their own ecosystem. Nobody else has their own ecosystem.
I know, right. And we're not going to see a true ecosystem without Valve probably because they have something established. But with Lynx, I feel like Lynx could be a competitor still. I really, really do, man.
The AR aspect, that's what excites me the most with Lynx.
But
It's
I
gonna be
think
really
that's
cool.
where we're going with VR.
Yeah.
I think it's the VR AR mix that we
It's the
need,
mix.
and it's got
Yep.
it. It's
That's
got that
what has me
sweet spot
excited.
and everything in
Yeah.
it. So, and yes,
Totally
it might
agree.
be early, and yes, we're gonna have higher res, screens and stuff eventually. But for right now, that has everything that I want in it.
For
so.
sure. So Norman Robinson, a $5 super chat. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
He
cheers,
said, my
man.
college dorm experience was very small. If there's the possibility to have a Doctor Who TARDIS experience for class via Teams and Meta, I'm ready.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much aspect of what this could be, as far as the metaverse, as far as learning, as far as teams, as far as meetings, like that. It's huge potential.
So the classroom stuff and the like the Horizon stuff and the workspace, I don't feel like those are worth anything because it's so limited in what you can do.
Right now.
I have seen the best classroom experiences in things like alt space with whiteboards and people and the free motion, and I've had better experience in other things than I have even in the stuff that's supposed to be for it. So I feel like they need to just put a room, a building, a warehouse with all these tools in it, different floors with things, and you can go about and do these things. And you could only go indoors if you have the password or the access to go in it. I don't know. I feel like they just need to give us the tools and let people figure out what that classroom or workspace environment is.
Yeah,
really.
I agree with that because what they have so far in the rooms thing or whatever they're calling their workspace thing and Horizon and stuff, it's not anything mind blowing. But I'm sure they're not showing us the good stuff. You know what I mean? They're showing us this stuff, but I don't think they're showing us the good stuff yet. But
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. So I saw there's some talk about VR, and so somebody was saying that it actually started in like 2015, 2016, which I mean, mainstream VR, that's when it really started. That's when
it got to consumer prices
excited.
and in the hands of people, that's when I feel like VR is mainstream at that point.
Yeah, so Anakaze said, might as well say virtuality made VR in the 90s. A bunch of Artful says, yes, those huge headset in the late 80s, went to London and tried one, heavy but cool. Virtual Boy was more just a 3D device. There was a Virtual Boy, I don't know if that was really VR, but it was kind of like a 3D device.
Got mine over here.
Yeah,
Good
I know
stuff.
you do.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So GC13, the Diet Pepsi Cat, said, I believe the start of tech is the beginning of the snowball rolling, not the thing that was transplanted in the past by aliens trying to change the timeline. Oh, man. Geek Godin is in here. He said, Facebook has never been really good at shipping compelling multiplayer apps. Look at Oculus Rooms, Venue, Horizon. It's failed project after failed project. Yeah, I mean, that's like what Tyler was saying. Like, if they would they just need to get like to him, you know, like give him the ability to just build this for him. He would do a better job than what they've done with Horizons and everything else. I mean, even just in virtual desktop, the room that you sit in, like, right, with the computer screen in front of you and the window, like that room right there feels way better than Horizons or their room stuff, like all of that. It just, I don't know. Like, yeah.
I know. Just give people the tools. You don't need to tell them what to do. They will figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me, but yep. Give us a warehouse with stuff we can build our own, you know, modular, build rooms inside of it, tables, construction things, import stuff into, you know, assets into, I don't know, but someday we'll get there.
Yep. I don't know. It'll be, gaming science teacher said, I had a Viewmaster as a kid. I have a Viewmaster sitting over there. Actually, sometimes when we go to like antique shops or like those kind of places, I look for the old reels for the Viewmaster just because there's so many out there that are really cool. And it's just kind of cool to have them on the shelf and check them out.
What was it? The Sega one too. Was it ViewSonic? I forget what the name of that one was. Yeah. I gave you one too. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you meant it was like a Viewmaster. I'm talking about the little like ching ching.
No, I know.
Ching, ching.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know. But yeah, so Medal of Honor coming on the 15th, Monday. Pick up Cybrix on App Lab or sign up for the giveaway in the Discord. We still have for the BoboVR M2, we still have that giveaway going on Gleam that ends, I think, in another week. So they've been selling out quick. I think we're going to be able to get one through the actual team because original plan of ordering one on Amazon and shipping it to the winner might not happen right away.
It's into 2020 now, I think.
Yeah, so even if you do win, it might be a little bit delayed, but hopefully quicker than what you can get on Amazon. So we're going to team up with the team. So
can you show the grips?
Oh yeah, they teased this on.
I know, but they're not making them. They're not making these, but
these aren't the official things. Oh, hang on.
Right, they're just playing with stuff. They're not going to produce these, but
they're playing with different materials and stuff that they said right now. These are not what they're producing in this picture, but they are, you know, playing around with materials and seeing, you know, what could work.
When they're done with these, please send them to me.
Yeah.
Because I am a super fan of this brown leather. I have it on everything. My watches, my shoes, everything. I am a sucker for this color.
It looks
leather.
Cool. I mean, it looks fancy.
Gosh.
Like I love like the rustic look of like just raw metal, raw leather, raw wood, you know what I mean? Like those kind of elements. And I have not seen leather hand grips like this. So
so good.
I feel like, I mean, with some nice leather and stuff, I feel like that could be really pretty cool.
It might be a little slick, but I don't care. Like, these are so nice.
They are
so
cool.
Nice. I want
interesting.
These. Yeah. Yep.
I
like to leave my stuff. I like to leave my tech stuff sit out. So I have a problem mixing like super old stuff with super new stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like to leave my headset out on a counter and stuff, and to have these there on it, would just be. I mean, give me the same leather interface too. Like even I would be all in. Probably wouldn't work.
I think it was Pimax that had a brown leather facial interface.
Yeah,
they were doing that. I was like, oh, that could be cool.
Yep. They showed it off at CES, I think it was a couple years back.
And Fluke's getting closer to the on the 27th in the UK. They're going to be doing. He said, hit him up for some info about a retro meetup if you want to try some 90s VR stuff with him and Reckoner, VR, PD, and himself. I'm so jealous. Seriously,
I know.
I want to go.
We can host something here at my house. Hey, I'm gonna start my VR studio finally.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. The wood's coming down. It's gonna happen, man. The wood instead of being $10 a stud, it's down to like $6. So
yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's not double anymore.
Good
it's
stuff.
crazy. So it's gonna happen.
Stuff. Well, let's maybe I gotta see what the wife plans for today. We might hop into some contractors. Make sure you jump on the Discord because we'll try to get a decent amount of people hopping in there to play with us. It's free to play on Steam this weekend. So even if you don't have it, if you have a PC capable, computer, you can jump on there. or the Quest build. It's cross-play. Quest still can't do the mod maps and stuff, so we won't do any of that. We'll make sure that Quest can play too. We might do some Ground War, some 16 players, so I think that part of the update is exclusive to the Quest 2, just that part, so you may need to do that. Artful asked about Resist.
Yeah, I was just looking at that
discussion
too,
and comments from that on, and
played
neither one of us have played that yet. That was one that I actually meant to pick up this week, but I've been so busy with Cybrix and Iron Rebellion and Contractors update and everything else that I have not gotten to that one yet. So if you have played it, let me know what you think, because I do plan to I'll probably pick it up today. I haven't even bought it yet, but I'll probably pick that up today and try that out this coming week, because it looks good. And I heard that it's not a real long campaign. It's not a real big file size, not a real long campaign, but there is some aspects that you can keep playing after the campaign. So
it's hard with Contractors right now, man. I know.
So Norman Robinson sent another super chat, another $5 super chat. He said, would you guys consider creating an Unreal Unity VR studio episode once you receive your Lynx R1?
Yeah. I mean,
wait.
Like cover content from developers for
He said
the Lynx
creating
R1?
an Unreal Unity VR studio episode.
Oh, like inside of it, like an AR, like studio?
Like how would we have to record our studios that we're in now? Is that what that means? So then you can look like people that have the links can feel like they're in the studio. I'm confused.
That would be dope. I mean, if they felt like they were with us in AR, that would be cool. I mean, yeah, we might have to work with some people and something like that.
We know some awesome developers that would be willing to help us out with some stuff like that. So,
and I can dabble in Unreal. I mean, we could probably.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know exactly what. Now I want to know more. So if you don't, I'm trying to watch the section now, but just leave a comment after or whatever if you can, and just because I mean, I think
hit us up on Discord too.
Yeah, I think the aspect of what you can do in AR and the feeling of actually being in a place with other people or seeing other people in your space, I think it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
If we could do a show inside of a VR room, like our room right now where we're sitting, like a live show, that would be awesome. That would be super cool. I would be so down.
Yeah, eventually, probably.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I want to know more what he means. But but thank you for the super chat. But so I don't know. I think that's pretty much wraps up today. I think we're probably going to hop into some VR at some point. I need to eat some lunch. I'm kind of hungry, but
let's play. Who needs food when we have Contractors?
Oh man, I get so amped up in those games though that if I don't have food, I get shaky because my adrenaline's going and I don't have any food and I just start.
Do like me and keep a box of peanut butter pretzels right by your VR space, because you can pop them things in. Gives you a little.
I know, but then I have to hear you crunching the whole time that we're playing. I'm like, Tyler, stop chewing.
But we're still killing people, so leave me alone.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Anakaze said, why does having the links hinge on that? And that's what I was curious, too, of that comment. What exactly the thoughts around it. But Reed Broschild said, I'm in for Contractors. Sean needs to eat lead? What? I need to eat lead?
Right, exactly. I will do that. I'm down. I switched teams last time because I wanted to kill you.
Oh, he's going to eat lead and Contractors. I was like, is he trying to kill me? He wants me to go eat? Yep. I gotcha.
All right. So watch for us on Discord. We'll be playing some Contractors here at some point. And come find us there.
Yeah.
So good.
See you.
Yep. Later, guys.
Got into VR in 2016. That was when we first, we got the Rift.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, it worked.
There he is. How about
Perfect.
that?
Hey.
We're lucky to be here. I will admit that. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality, and we were definitely up late playing some VR last night.
Yeah.
Hole is bigger.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not always better.
Let's keep it PG, boys.
I mean, right? We don't know how much
Right,
sound
no,
is
I
coming
agree.
out of it.
It's true.
Right.
Is there more sound coming out of it? We don't know.
Yeah.